How y'all doing? Buddy Isaac's here. Burning up. Been trying to clean up around my house a little bit, and I got a couple callers on the line, and they're going to talk to us a little bit today about some things they've seen on, I call it Haunted Hill, and there've been several people had stuff happen on this hill, and they're going to come on and talk about it, and I've even got a little story of my own that I'll tell you. It's kind of funny, but it's scary too. It scared me, but it's funny to everybody else. So anyway, we get right into it. All right, how y'all doing? So tell us a little bit about what happened on this hill up here.
All right, so I need to preface this by saying that we live next to Buddy. He lives maybe, I don't know, a half mile down the road from us. We've lived around each other all our lives, and we've all lived on this hill all our lives. So it was kind of odd. I was watching his show or listening to it on YouTube, and he was kind of talking about some of the same things that we have seen, and it was just kind of a little bit scary.
Yeah, it is.
So he had been talking about stuff going missing from his yard, and I guess it was solar light. I guess it was last year. We had this big round solar light out in the yard. It was sitting on a stand, and it was this big ball, and it was a solar light, and it lit up the whole yard. And one night we noticed it was not there anymore. And you know, you'd think if the wind blew it or something like that, it would be just laying around.
Right.
But we have searched and searched, and we never found it. And I mean, we don't live on the main road where anybody could just come up and take it, you know. So that was really odd, and we have never found it. I mean, who's going to take this big solar light?
Right. Yeah. I know.
Anyway.
We've had stuff that we've put out before too, and it just gone, just disappeared. Don't know where it's at.
Yeah, there's no way somebody came and just took that. Where did it go?
Well, you're talking about that. I have a solar light that was it's like a big compass. It's made to hang on the side of a wall, and it'll illuminate the wall, showing the compass on the wall at night. That's been missing twice, and I found it twice. And both times I found it, it was down in the woods.
Yeah, I mean, there's nowhere for this to go. Like, well, I mean, how did it get to the woods? Who took it to the woods?
You tell me. It was laying in the woods the first time, laying in the edge of the woods. And this thing's made out of metal. It's not going to blow through the air.
Yeah.
And the second time I found it, it was covered up with leaves. Half of it was covered up with leaves, and half of it was sticking out like something tried to hide it.
Well, we haven't ever found ours. And we looked.
I put a jar.
And I'll let my daughter tell you.
Okay.
The next story here. Okay. So it was the night before my 8th grade graduation, and I was laying in my bedroom, and Mom was laying in her bedroom. We just minding our own business, and I hear this loud knocking noise. So loud. And I didn't know what it was. I thought maybe somebody's at the door. So, you know, me and Mom start texting each other like, what's going on? You gonna go to the door?
Right.
And we're laying there, and I want to say about 10, 15 minutes later, there's knocking again. There was nobody at the door the first time, so my Mom's just texting like, what's going on? What's making that noise? And she's convinced that it's at her window.
Right.
She really thought something at her window. And then we both got up, and we was standing there. And we hear again this loud knocking. So this ain't no idea what did it, because there was nothing there. And, I mean, who's knocking on the window anyway? What kind of person would go up to the window and start knocking on it at 10, 11 o'clock at night? Because we don't get visitors around here. Nobody's coming and knocking on the door at 10 or 11 o'clock at night anyway.
Right, yeah, I know.
So we don't know what that was, but we were scared to death.
Oh, I'd say.
It's never happened again. Oh, yeah, and it wasn't like non-stop knocking. It was like every, few minutes. Like, it would stop, and then they'd start knocking again, whatever it was.
Yeah. I don't know.
And Mom's foot, so she was convinced it was big.
Right.
Yes, I am. I'm terrified.
But you know, we was talking about stuff like that. We've heard my daughter saw something walk by her window one night, and she said there were just two big orange eyes, and her window was like 10 foot off the ground. And she said they was up level at the center of her window. She said just kind of looked in and kept walking. And I'm like, she come out and told me about it. So I run outside, run around the corner of the house, and as I was going around the corner of the house, I said, "What are you going to do?" You know. But I don't know. I just wanted to kind of see what it was, but I didn't see anything.
We never saw a thing out there. Mm-mm. So we don't know what it was. Knocking like every 10 minutes. It just kept knocking so loud.
So that's odd. I mean, it's untelling, because where you guys live, that's been there for a long time, and there's been people that's was in there before you guys were. So I mean, you never know. You know what I mean? Because every place, I feel like every place something like that goes on, it's got a history and there's a reason.
Yeah.
And
we live 10 feet away from the graveyard.
Oh yeah, I know. I used to live on the other side.
Which, to be honest, we've never seen anything in the graveyard. Graveyards are peaceful to me.
Right.
But we have seen something going up the hill to our road.
Really?
And I don't know if you know this or not, but Mom's got the newspaper of it. There's a house that sits right across from our road. Do you know where I'm talking about?
Yep.
That big one on the hill.
Yep.
And she's got a newspaper article about it being haunted. So it was in the Jackson County Sun.
Really?
And I haven't seen it for a long time, but she has the article. And when you were driving up the road, and this has happened twice. Once she was with me, and when you're driving up the road and you're coming up that hill, and I mean, there's nothing there to make what we see. You can see a figure going across that road.
Really?
Yes, and we were together one night, and I seen it, and we were both like, "What is that?" Because it was just so odd. Because there's nothing to cast a shadow like that. It's just kind of a white figure growing across the road. I thought it was a person. When we were driving by there, I thought there was a person in the middle of the road. I was going to tell you, don't hit this person walking in the middle of the road, and then you get up the road and there's nothing there. There's nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
I'm going to have to start paying better attention up through there.
It's right before you get to my memos.
Yep.
It's right there when you're going up that road.
I know right where you're talking about. Yep.
And she saw it once with me, and then it was about, I don't know, maybe a month later that I was driving up through there by myself, and I saw it again.
That's awesome.
So that was so odd to see it twice.
Right.
I mean, we're used to seeing people walking the road. Like, I really just thought there was a person up there, but when you get up there and there's nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing at all.
I don't know. But I said I had a story what I was going to tell you about the hill right here in front of where I used to live up on the hill up there. And I was coming home one night and it snowed real bad. You might have heard me say this, or so if you have, but I parked my car top of the hill where they used to park those school buses.
Yeah.
And I started walking down the hill, and I had 3 Walmart bags in each hand because I'd been to the store. That was when it used to be 24 hours. And I'm walking down the hill, and I get about halfway down the hill, and I've always heard people say that you can hear somebody run by you at night going down that hill. Never going up the hill, always going down the hill. So I'm going down that hill, and I hear something crunching snow behind me, and I think it's a big dog. It scared me to death. So I turn around, and when I turn around, this thing runs by me. The moon's out. You know how bright the moon is on snow in the winter.
Yeah.
There's nothing. There's no footprints, and I heard it. It kept going until I couldn't hear it no more. So
Oh.
anyway, I thought, should I go back to my car and spend the night there, or should I go home? Well, anyway, I managed to get home, but I was terrified coming down through. I didn't have any light or nothing
Oh.
with a load of groceries. So, you know, but I'd never heard it before. Dad had heard it. And just about everybody up and down through here has heard it.
Well, listen, Papa tells a story. Mom knows. Mama knows. Dad tells a story about out there too. He used to ride to work with the fella. They come get him about 5 o'clock every morning.
Uh-huh.
You know, they drive well. They have to get up early and leave, and it's always dark at that time. So he had this big white van, and he pulled in about 5 o'clock every morning. And Dad got in one morning, and they were backing out my driveway. We got a long gravel driveway. And they were backing out the driveway, and he just stopped suddenly, just stopped backing out. And Dad goes, "What are you doing?" And he said, "I'm waiting on that woman to get across the driveway." Dad said he looked back there. He never saw a thing. And the guy was just like, "She's right there." And Dad could not see anything. And about 2 or 3 weeks later, it happened again. And the guy says it's just a woman, and she's walking from the graveyard across our driveway and down into the hill. So that happened. I remember him telling me, and I mean, this has been 15 years ago, but I remember him telling me that story, and he scared me to death with it.
Oh yeah. But there's a lot of stuff that's happened on this road. I don't understand it, but a lot of stuff has happened on this road. I mean,
It's just crazy.
it is, and I love it. I mean, people may think I'm crazy, but you know, I'll get out here at night sometimes, just walking around and just to see if I can see anything.
Yeah, I love going out there at night and walking around. One night I was looking at the sky, and it looked like it was pulsing. I swear, like it looked like I thought aliens. I'm not joking. I thought there was aliens up there. I went inside the house. I was freaked out.
Well,
But I love going out there at night and watching, because you never know what you're going to see.
no, I know.
Or hear. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've heard stuff down here that because Dad's grandpa that used to live up on the hill, up here at the top of this hill in that old white house. Something scared him one night. I don't know what it was. He wouldn't never talk about it. Wouldn't tell nobody. The only thing he would say is, "Don't go out at night." Never would talk about it. Never talked about it. And I asked one of his kids. It ain't been too long ago. I ran into him at Berea down there, and I said, "What was it that he saw down there?" And he looked at me and he said, "Y'all come and see me," and just turned around and walked off. Never said another word.
Oh,
It's like
it must have scared him.
It must have. I mean, nobody will talk about it. So now I want to see it.
I only got one more thing that we've seen.
Okay.
And Mom didn't see it. We were in the car. It was not. And you know, the Family Dollar's only about a mile from our houses.
Yep.
It's close. And we was driving down the road, and we was at the stop sign by the Family Dollar. And I was sitting there, and I woke up, and I swear to you, I see a woman in a wedding dress walking through the gap. I see this woman in a wedding dress, and I look over to Mom, and I'm like, why is this woman here in a wedding dress? There was no woman. She didn't see nothing. Next thing I look over, there's nothing. I never saw a thing.
Well,
And she swears she saw it. I was bigger. I was like the 11th grade. So I was not a little girl when I saw this. Like,
Right.
I remember, and it was a woman in a wedding dress.
Well, and you know, you've heard me say this before too, and I believe everything's not meant for everybody to see. You could be sitting side by side, and one of you see something, and the other one won't. And but if the way I look at it, if you're open-minded enough, and don't just pass it off as just some kind of whatever, you'll see and hear stuff that other people won't. You know, and especially around here. But now this little town up here that we live in, used to be one of the busiest towns around back in the 30s when all the mining was going on here. And
about 50,000 people lived here. Yep.
yeah, and who knows, what kind of stuff happened back then, and this stuff could still be walking these roads today.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
I agree.
yeah, and I get pretty excited about it. When I see or hear something that I don't know what it is, I'm like, oh man, So
Yeah. But yeah, we just wanted to tell you about all the things we saw because, like I said, we've been watching it. We've been watching your videos, and just some of it is very familiar. Yep. And we live really close together, so
yeah,
it's something.
But I'm gonna try to get a hold of a couple more people this week and try to get them on here and get some more stories, and because like I said, I love listening to stuff, and then what you're telling me right now is just like when you're telling me, it's just like I'm there because I am really. I mean,
yeah,
and we're seeing and hearing the same stuff, and you can't pass that off as coincidence,
No, that's when we watched it and we seen you, especially the lights, talking about the lights disappearing. I was like, oh my gosh, Allie, this happens to us too.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's neat.
Yeah. So, but yeah.
Well,
but I'll tell you something else that's neat. Y'all probably don't know this, but this is my 400th video.
Oh wow!
So you all have helped me hit a milestone right here tonight.
Yeah, 400. Happy 400th video.
And I appreciate it. And I never thought that Buddy Isaacs or Ron or whatever you want to call me would have 400 videos on YouTube.
That's amazing. I love it.
I do too, but and it's got to where now. When I started off, I had 10, 12 subscribers, and I was like, there were so many times I just wanted to throw my hands up and say I'm done with it. And seems like every time I would say that, I'd have one person come up and give me a positive comment. And just that one person, that one positive comment was what kept me doing it. And now, I mean, I'm not no big time YouTuber or nothing, but I've got 210 subscribers. That's hey, that ain't bad for me.
You think of 210 people in one room? That's a packed room.
It is. That's a packed house. Yeah, I know it.
Well, we love it. And look, we made this community with these videos about these stories that are happening around home.
Yeah.
And I think that's awesome.
Yeah. But yeah, there's going to be more to come.
It's awesome. So. Good. We love watching them. I hope everybody keeps tuning in.
I do too. And I appreciate you all for hanging in there, and appreciate you calling and sharing this with me. I mean, this has been awesome. I love it.
Thank you for having us on the video.
Well, hang on just a second. Let me end this video, and then I'll talk to you for just a few more minutes.
Okay.
So, anyway, I appreciate y'all watching this stuff, and all I want y'all to do when you watch this is click that share button and get these videos out there. Takes 15 seconds. Hit share, and it'll go out to everybody on y'all's page. And if you want to, subscribe too. But anyway, I appreciate y'all tuning in. It's Buddy Isaacs. I'll see you next time, and I'm out.